Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, over here.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
I'm Claire.
Yeah, I'm Kate. And yeah, we'll be jumping into the first stream game of today. Now, previously, we've been talking about like some of the hero changes. And as you mentioned, the Marcel. Here he comes by Xunnan.
I'm surprised that we can still actually pronounce that. I mean, I know my Chinese definitely is not the strongest. But before we jump into the heroes, let's look at the band over here. We have the Yuzhong as well as the Estes. Estes band, kind of understandable that Blessing by the Moon like goddess might actually be causing a lot of issues, especially from team fights. And on the side of AYD, we see the band on the Fanny, probably targeted, as well as the Gato Gacha. And now we have the Leo Mod band as well, also another pretty deadly hero. Well,
yeah, I guess for Leo Mods, you really don't want to face them if you don't have like any answer against the constant I would say oppression that he gives by running straight into your team with his ultimate. So banning them out, but honestly, they do have the 1-1 and the Marcel, so they could counter that, but you know what? If you're not comfortable playing against it, it's best to ban. And right now, like as we say, we're gonna have a ban out of the Kagura.
Interesting. Kagura isn't banned often, but when in the right hand, she's really just that versatile, and she can be extremely terrifying as well. For the heroes played, we're seeing a lot of meta heroes come up right now, especially on the side of our ML club, where they have the Harley as well as the Sora. Now, these two are heroes that are constantly on the pick or ban kind of scale, so I'm very interested that both of them are actually open. Sora being extremely deadly, especially with his Heaven's Wrath, and Harley as well with his deadly magic, just putting in so much work, especially since he got revamped not too long ago, or buffed at least. But I am excited to see the Marcel on the side of AYD.
But the thing is, at the moment, they don't really have a strong combo per se. Like you don't have that Chang'e Marcel, the Kimi Marcel combo. Banning out the Gato Kacha makes me kind of think that they want to go for that Eve.
Ooh,
so
Eve,
Eve I guess kind of synergizes with Marcel in a way, where you can just like lock them in the zone, then have the Eve pop the real world manipulation, and then have them just be trapped in there for a while.
Ooh, but no, we're seeing the Chusing. I'm so excited to see somebody be playing Chusing. Really excited to see all those plays and all those throws. But overall, I think both teams have pretty decent lineups. Like it's not bad at all. But I'm hoping to see what really comes out of the Marcel. Maybe they'll prop the 1-1's ulti and then ulti with the Marcel, so all of 1-1's bullets roll out from the sky. Does it just drop down? I'm actually really interested.
That would be quite funny, not gonna lie.
Can you imagine all the bullets just raining down at once?
Just like and kaboom! Yeah, but the thing for 1-1 is that you really want her ulti to chain kills. And if your target is being locked inside the zone, you can't really chain those kills to keep the crossbow tank going. Although it would be a spectacle to watch them just explode. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this goes, especially now that we do have Harley and Sora on one team, and we do have a Marcel on the other team. But no, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Aliwal ML Club versus AYD.
So today, this is our first game. So it's gonna be our first impression of how everybody here is gonna be like today, and we're really excited. Hopefully this game is interesting. I think the picks in themselves show me that this might be a long-lasting game if the teams are on similar standpoints in skill and how they play. And we're gonna be at mid first, looking at just the pressure that they have for both mid as well as Roamer playing together, which I think is how people are supposed to rotate personally.
And now looking at the EXP lane, Sycamore finding himself in a little bit of trouble against Happy Ray. CC really want to take these fights from you so early on, and this is showing the results of it.
I mean, CC in the early game, her yo-yo is just so painful and it just wraps around you and consistently does damage. And just as you think you're winning the CC, you realize your HP has dropped way more than you expected it to. And you just can't win that anymore. Oh, actually at the top lane, just as we were saying, Sora does get first blooded by the CC, giving the kill over to AYD. And yeah, everyone's just building up that pressure, but not so much is going on in early game besides the XP. Zetian getting thrown around like a ragdoll by Jusing's Lancer. And there's not much she can really do about the lane. Personally, I feel that Jusing wins a lot of her laning fights. There's really no one who can really outmatch Jusing in her clearing speed. Unless you do a lot of burst damage early, you might be able to scare the Jusing off a little bit. But especially since the Marcel is over there backing the Jusing up, there's really not much Zetian can do. But good for the Zetian, Jusing has decided not to freeze the lane, so it's gonna be easier for her to get her farm.
Yeah, that would have been disastrous, but now looking at the little fight we're having right here in the Turtle Pit, Turtle already down to 50%, Ian Best trying to look for the retribution right here as Nina will be forced away by Marcel as a Shunanzi will be able to give enough zoning for Ian Best to land that retribution on that Turtle. But the fight isn't over yet though. Okay, Sora popping the ultimate. Happy Ray not taking this 1v1 anymore, now it's a 1v2 and she's gonna be able to run away with his life.
That was a really good zone by side of AYD giving all their jungle the space. But just 4 people there, not much a Harley can do, especially since it's so squishy in the early game. If he tried to go in there, we all know that we land.
Yeah, I mean, you really need your space escape, like in order to give yourself the mobility that like Harley is really known for. And right now we have a fight coming right here as a Dark Space Boy will be able to pop the ultimate to run away. Not much of a fight happening as everybody's just going to run away from anything at this point.
But Zetian did use up some fury of Phoenix, which we all know has a notoriously long cooldown, especially in the early game. Was it like 70 seconds?
Yeah, I think around there, yeah, it was at least around the minute mark. Now Sycamore finding himself in the push and Happy Ray will take him down yet again. 2 kills to none. It's now Dark Space Void trying to get Kalilio. That's a very nice thing.
But we haven't really been focusing much on the gold lane down at the bottom because again their MM has also died twice, so it's like the lanes are opposite. Your XP lane has died twice on the side of our ML club.
Aliwal ML club, yeah.
Aliwal ML club. But at the same time, on the side of AYD, the 1-1 Kuku is doing so well on the lane as well. Really hard to manage the lane early with 1-1, especially since she's just really off the meta right now. And she has been for the past few seasons after getting absolutely nerfed to the ground.
I mean, it is what it is. There was a period of time where 1-1 used to be almost 100% ban rate in the MPL especially. And to see such a powerful hero fall from grace, you know what, it happens. I know an interesting golden hour gets popped right here, but no one will get off with them. There will be kicking going. Black Ranger will get hit by the Spirit of Alpha by Ian Best, getting everybody down to really low health. And that's why just to be able to pick them up, literally and figuratively, as Khalil will be able to provide the support. And right now the entire team of Aliwal ML Club is here. We'll be able to survive that, but we'll be forced away from this fight as the turtle will slowly get taken.
I don't think his team will be going for turtle anymore. Actually, Harley backed off from the turtle, trying to get a little bit of space there to help his MM escape from the Marcel. But now that they've taken away that time that they could have done on the turtle, resetting it themselves, Alpha might make it in time to be able to take the turtle from their hands. But unfortunately, free turtle might not be so free anymore.
Yeah, wasted opportunity. Now they have to pay for a Turtle Premium subscription. I don't think they're... Yeah, none of the teams are really going for the Turtle this time, but it seems that we kind of want Sycamore. Yeah, here comes the Suns, here comes the Rue. The CC will be popped out by Sycamore. Sycamore does land that Cloud Form ultimate, but here comes the Sunrix, guys, and now we're gonna have to touch down on the clouds. It's gonna be having everybody caught in the crowd control. Golden Hour will be popped a little bit preemptively there, but Happy Ray will be able to get the kill.
The Sora's just really getting locked over here, but at the end of the day, we have to remember that he did get the tower down, and this game, as much as it is about the kills, is always going to be a game of objectives. If you're able to take down your objectives, maybe if you die, especially since he already doesn't have that much gold in his hands, it might not be as much of a big deal as we see. Like for example, if the MM were to die, that probably wouldn't be that worth it. MM kind of winging it with the gold as well as his KDA right now being decently high for their team standing. But the Sora dying there wouldn't have done much of an impact, but he did manage to trade it for tower, so it's actually probably a good thing.
Oh!
Marcel escaping the deadly magic, which is not so deadly anymore because he actually did die with 1 HP left. Fully utilizing his shield, being able to survive that Harley with a slither of health.
Yeah, the Uno reverse being played right now is just gonna give AVG? Sorry, AYD. Is he gonna give AYD a lot more space to work with? But right now, 1-1 trying to get the crossbow tag out. He does manage to get the crossbow tag out. There goes one. Nina will be the next one to be targeted. And just barely able to survive. Minoan Fury going down, keeping them all away from the tower. 1 minion in, but it's not going to be enough. But here comes Marcel from the back. Golden hour gets popped. Harley's deadly magic will be hit onto the Shinanza. But Shinanza just barely manages to leave Harley alive.
Are we not going to talk about how Ninat just had complete Uno reverse? At first it was the Marcel managing to escape a slither of health from the Harley. Now it's the Harley managing to escape from a slither of health from the...
Yeah, that's going to be pretty funny. It's like, you know what? You survive my kills, I will survive your kills as well. But the turtle does go down. Did you catch Woody Commento too?
Actually, no, but we are... Can we actually check who got the turtle over there?
I think there might be a trick question because the turtle has not spawned yet.
Oh my, okay, just testing me over here. Interesting.
Yeah, so right now, both teams seem to be pretty even. There's only a difference of like 300 gold. Yeah, so I think whoever takes this next turtle will be able to push that advantage a little bit higher, but Sycamore seems to be in a little bit of a tough spot.
CC just putting up so much pressure on the Sora, being able to do so much more damage than the Sora can actually keep up with, being so far behind might be a little bit of a struggle for them to take objectives. As we all know, most teams will need their XP laner that's a really strong front for objectives, and without their XP laner being able to have that much impact, it might be really big of a struggle, especially since they're playing a Harley, which isn't bad in the sense that he has a lot of mobility to go in and steal the Lord, but he can't really keep up with that Lord fights. For example, like a Fedrin or Fighter Jungle would be able to.
And it seems that they're just going to be giving this away as Happy Ray gets caught in the golden hour. Nothing much going on there. So okay, ultimates are being popped for some reason. Nina going in with the deadly magic, but the deadly magic doesn't really manage to get any kind of value over there.
I mean, there's not much damage you can do at this stage of the game, especially since their team is a little bit under. I would really like to understand how Harley's ulti skill, because sometimes it just does no damage and sometimes it does so much damage.
Yes, I mean, it's the kind of thing that pairs really well with the Sky Piercer. Because I think after the buff, you really do a lot more damage. And okay, Hira getting a little bit caught out right here. Hira Phoenix doesn't manage to catch anybody, but Suisei will be able to get the pick onto the 1-1. This isn't really looking good.
That would have been a really interesting epic outplay though the one was able to prop her ulti in time. We all know 1-1 does have that really big outplay potential, especially because her crossbow of tank makes her immune to most attacks. So it's a really strong point of 1-1, but at the same time, now it's so difficult to be able to prop your ultimate in this age of assassins and people who just kill so fast.
Okay.
It's just difficult.
Suisei? Getting flanked from both sides. Happy Ray jumping straight in. A flicker being popped already. Here comes the Crimson Beacon, lifting him into the air, and there is no escaping that. It's going to be the bot lane down, the marksman down, and potentially the mid lane is going to be looking to be in a bit of danger as well.
That's a really tough one for the Granger. There's really nowhere that he could escape there. As much as he does have his dash and flicker, he still does have limited mobility compared to certain MMs. So tough fight, but you just gotta do it sometimes.
Okay, Shinanza just running straight in, trying to look for a really nice place to go in, but the Minoan Fury, especially with the flicker, doesn't manage to find any sort of contact. Happy Ray at the back trying to look for a straggler, but we might be seeing a golden hour really soon. And Dark Space Void trying to get Nina into the air, but will be able to escape. Kira looking for it as we're going with the Spear of Alpha coming in. Here comes the golden hour, but it's only Happy Ray that gets frozen. Wait, I was wrong. Sycamore gets frozen as well. So there's going to be 2 kills down from the Aliwal ML Club. The mid lane minions aren't pushing in yet, but the side lanes are. As we're going to see the top lane fall to the minions.
Well, I think that they do really have the advantage here, mainly because they are playing together as a team and they already have the advantage. So playing that 5v5 isn't really as easy for team our ML Club.
The one on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one on the club, yeah.
It's a little bit tough for them to be able to keep up with those team fights right now. But if they wait to the late game, maybe we'll be able to see the Granger as well, the Zetian. Oh, the Harley also putting in more work into the damage output that they have.
They do really have strong takeoff potential. But the presence of the Marcel is just going to make things that much harder. Like, sure, you don't have anybody to combo with the Golden Hour with, but the Golden Hour isn't the only part of the kit for Marcel that is dangerous. The entirety, like, his presence just prevents a dive from happening, basically.
Yeah.
And I kind of just realized that the route, like the amount of time that the targets are being routed for, gives 1-1 a lot of space to try to proc the weakness points for the crossbow tank to activate. So that is another avenue that is pretty interesting that they're going down right now.
Lord coming out for the side of AYD just now because they took the Lord just now when we were being distracted explaining what's going on. But how fast do you think this game will end actually? 12 minutes in, they're consistently getting the Lords, but it's a tough end for them as well. Zetian's Fury of the Phoenix with the Grangers, Death Sonata, and everything going on. It's really hard for them to be able to end because of just the clearing speed that ACL has. AMC, sorry.
I'm gonna try to rush down this mid tower, but no minions are present as of yet. The bottom tower will get caught out, but now Happy Ray will fall for his hubris. Just a little bit overextending right there, but the Lord on the top lane gonna attempt to knock it down the half, but they're doing a pretty good job of holding it at bay.
I don't think they'll even be able to break a single inhibitor here, mainly because the CC has fallen already, but we also have to remember that they did use a lot of ultimates to be able to get the CC. We are seeing the Fury of the Phoenix come out, the definitely... What's it called again?
The Deadly Magic?
Yeah, the Deadly Magic. Everything just coming out for 1 CC. Technically worth it for them because of how fat the CC is, but it's a lot wasted.
Yeah, so now like just taking a look at the items, we do have some core items coming out right now, but I think we're... Okay, this is pretty interesting. We do have a damage alpha coming straight in.
Ooh.
Sky Piercer, War Axe, BOD.
Full damage? Interesting, I haven't
so
seen that
this
in a
is a
while.
really greedy alpha and it seems to be paying off pretty well.
I mean, he's doing okay, but at least his presence in the team fight will be able to do something later on. Fury of the Phoenix popped again, not much done over there.
Shinanto just able to tank that Deadly Magic like a champ. Yeah, no minions are going to be hopping in as of yet, but like look at the mobility on this guy. Shinanto just running in, weaving through the ranks of the Aliwal ML Club.
There's really nothing that they can do against the Marcel over here. He just casually walking. Golden Hour only catches Ninal.
But there's nobody else to follow up on it. Deadly Magic will be pulled against him instead, and here comes Sycamore with his ultimate in the Thunder form. Then Shinanto finally goes down, but there's just going to be one support out.
I don't mean to do this, but do you see the scoreboard?
Ah, 6-7. Oh my god.
Sorry, that was not funny. That was not funny.
Let's see how long they can hold on to this scoreboard for. But now Dark Space, okay, 7-7. So Dark Space Void will be taking that Deadly Magic, while the Aliwal ML Club will be taking the Lord.
Finally, I think this is going to be the first objective of the game that they actually managed to get. Granger finally having his damage, being able to burst on that 1-1 so fast just now. I think they're finally matching up on the skill that they can take team fights on. But their bottom inhibitor might be down over here for no reason at all.
Oh, one shot!
HP, and the minion does not get it, and their inhibitor is still alive. This is going to be really beneficial to them later on without having the upgraded minions just charging their base with the lane pressure. That tower save might have been the closest thing that they've done this game.
You know what? I'm kind of pretty interested to see how far Granger has scaled already, so let's just take a quick look at it. Okay, 21 Sky Piercer stacks at this point, and 420 stacks, Lamal. So yeah, I guess it's progressing along pretty nicely, like seeing it's at the 15-minute mark. But the 21 Sky Piercer stacks is going to be slightly concerning as you kind of want a little bit more at this point, but maybe you can get a little bit more Shinhan to pause the Golden Hour. And now Suisse taking advantage of that, shooting the bullet straight into there, using the Marcel's ulti as his own, as Dark Space Boy is just trying to clear some space right there for his team to run away.
Interesting, the Marcel ulti has proved to be more of a combo with the opponent's team rather than his own.
Yeah, so that's just gonna be a little bit unfortunate, but you know what? It's something we'll want to see. If you can't have the Marcel on your team, just use the Marcel from the other team. Like, you know, you improvise, adapt, overcome. Yeah, but now Sycamore being forced to pop the Heaven's Wrap, but if he will have wanted to CC so much over here, as he doesn't really have that, but the damage is just not enough, and he will be the one to fall instead. Here comes the damage Alpha with a 2, with a 3, looking for number 4. It's gonna be lifted into the air. Black Ranger on the 4. Savage, will we get the Savage? Here comes the Savage from our damage Alpha, Ian Best.
We were talking just now about how the Sky Piercer was doing okay, but not so much, and we've just seen how that really paid off over here. I haven't seen a Savage in our ML tournaments in forever.
Let alone from an Alpha.
Yeah, and just as AMC was getting their footing back in the game, it seems that they might have just lost it. And 17-minute game finally might be coming to an end over here. And the win will go
I got an hour in the base
to AYD.
Yeah, a really nice match from AYD. Props to Aliwal ML Club for putting up a good fight. But it's going to be AYD that takes this game 7-12.